We dey go to my house together, make we carry go. I get the do it, get wahala, oh, make she carry go. I get the do it like designer, oh, she too like money.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Curvy Sista Style and Expensive Shit. And today we're going to have a 2-week update on the AeroGarden and the hydroponics. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my tomatoes. Okay, you know I've been growing these now for about, I think, 2.5 months or whatever. Or maybe even less than that. So today what I want to do is I want you to look into the plant. As you can see, I don't have any tomatoes right now, but look how full it is. The fruit is really great on here. It will not go up any further. So right now I'm going to have to do some pruning. So as far as I've never done a whole lot of pruning in my life, but what I understand is that you don't take off the flowers, which you can see this week I have a lot of flowers in there, but you do cut it back to maybe half of the plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to start a little bit of pruning here, and I'm actually going to look to make sure that I don't take off any of the fruit. So but I can't see any fruit in here, so I can't see where that's going to be a problem. But I've got to cut it back because, like you see, it's only got a short time before it's actually going to outgrow. So I'm going to just cut off some of it. I don't want to do a whole lot, but just to bring it down some. And actually, when I'm going through, I'm going to actually inspect it just to see if there are any tomatoes growing on here. And basically, I can't see any tomatoes growing on it yet. But they say if you prune it, the faster that your tomatoes will come in. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to prune it back a little bit. And I'm cutting on an angle. And don't ask me why I'm cutting on an angle. I just know that every time my husband does a lot of plants, he always cuts on an angle. So I'm just copying off of him and trying not to make sure that I don't cut off any of the fruit. Yeah, here. And none of the flowers, or none of the flowering flowers up in here. And it's very evident as to where the flowers are. So I'm just pruning it back so that it can still grow, because if I don't, it's actually going to go up to the light, and then I think I'm in serious trouble. So I'm pruning back. And there is no rhyme or reason to this. The only thing that I know is that I have to prune it back to get it to grow and to make sure I'm not taking any of the fruit off of here, which I am not. And just smelling this, I don't think tomatoes have a good smell. I'm not smelling any. There is an aroma, but it's not one of those aromas that I like. So, and actually when you touch it, your tomato plants actually, they feel a little sticky to me. So I'm just trying to, and I'm just making sure that when I cut it, I'm not cutting off any of the fruit. Okay. I'm cutting too much to the bottom too. Let me cut some more at the top. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see so many flowers right down here inside. I'm going to be careful not to cut down there and just give it a chance to grow out even more. So, I'm not trying to make it look pretty. Just trying to give it a chance to breathe. Let more light get to it, because right now light is not getting to where it needs to be. And I think, let's see over here, cut a little bit off here, a little bit off here. All right, and right up in here and here. So I pruned it back quite a bit. and give it a chance to actually grow up a little bit more. And I should be seeing some fruit coming forth very shortly, but I'll keep continuing to prune it back a little bit so that, and look at all this. Prune it back a little bit so that I can start getting my fruit on here and making sure. I'm an amateur at this. I don't claim to be professional or anything. I just know what I did the last time. It worked. The fruit came in really good. I pruned it back just a little bit every time it got to the top, and then the fruit just started coming out everywhere. So I'm just trying to practice what I've done in the past and prune it back some, and we'll see what happens. We'll just kind of look at it and see what happens. It's growing really fast. As I was saying before, I need water in this every single day. It's constantly growing, and it's constantly getting big as I don't know what. And like I said, I still have some room now for it to grow even further. It more or less now will start to grow out as it has in the past. This is what I've taken off of that, so that's only about not even half of what was on there, but it's a lot when you look at it. So I'm going to just take all this off and get rid of it, and put it in this trash. And we have more than one. But like I said, it doesn't have that great of aroma, but you know, it's growing really nicely, and I'm really proud to say. I can see all the yellow flowers in there. I was very careful not to take them off and let them grow, so we should be doing really, really well. Hopefully I didn't kill it, because I did kind of massacre it a little bit, but it needed it because it was about to touch the light, and that was not going to be a good thing. Now, moving on, my teas. All of a sudden, the tea is starting to come up. The mint and the lemon mint seem to be doing very well. I haven't uncovered the other tea blends, only because of the fact it hasn't really grown in that much yet. I understand the tea is going to take a long time. I know I mentioned this before, but I thought I would even see a little bit. I just see just barely on some of these, a little bit of the leaves coming up. But as you can see here on the mint, now there's two mints in here, but one's doing very well. The other one's taking a little bit longer to come up. I don't know what that's all about, but as you can see, that's what's going on. So I've turned the lights on for all of these. Right now the lights would not normally be on this time of day, but I actually turned them on so that you can see what was going on with those plants. I have not moved this the LED lights at all. The LED lights stay the same. I haven't done anything with those. I have added nutrients and I've added water to it. So that's for my teas. I can't wait for the teas to come up, but it's going to be a while. So now I want to move on over to what's going on here in my herb garden. Now here I had jalapeno, parsley, basil, and mint. So as you can see, and I'll put some pictures up of what it actually looked like a couple days ago. It was overgrown, and I had to cut back on. I had to prune it back and actually take some of my herbs off of there. I also have, and I'll show you this in a minute, here are all of my basil, and I had it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. I know it said only 24 hours, but I had it for a couple of days, and it's been sitting out for about 10 minutes, I think, as instructed. Again, I had to harvest some of my jalapenos. So this is my jalapeno leaf. This is very, very pungent. When you bite into it, it gives you a little bite. It's not really bad. It's not very, very strong. When they say jalapeno, I was really expecting to get the pepper itself, but these leaves are very, very flavorful. So what I did, I actually just put them in a plastic bag, and I put them in the refrigerator because I plan on using them. So I'm not going to freeze these. I'm just going to put them in the refrigerator. You can see this was from a couple days ago, and look how fresh. Now this is from this is for 3 weeks. This is 3 weeks growing, and I will show you how far it came. Grew so fast, it was unbelievable. So I'm going to bring that over, and like I said, I had to, and you can see right now, look at this. This it's just growing. This is the dill. The dill, look how far it's come up. I've had to raise this up a couple times, and then I raised it back down after I did all my harvesting. So I'm going to take this back over to the table, and we can go ahead and look and see how this little gadget works. Remember, I was talking about this gadget. So actually, here's the top. Now, when I explained this to you the last time, I only put the actual basil in the bottom part because that's the way I thought it worked, but it does not. It goes all the way in the top here. You screw this all the way up to the top. You put all of your fruit or your herbs in here, and then you freeze it on the side. And then once you freeze it for a couple of days or whatever, then you're able to use it and you screw it down. So let's see what we get. Now, this is the first time I'm doing it, so believe me, I'm not sure what we're going to expect, but I'm going to start cranking it down. And let's see what we get out of here and if this thing really works, because who knows. So we're going down. I can see it moving down, so it's actually pushing the product down to the herbs down to the bottom. But let's see if it starts coming through this cutter and how it works, because you know this is what they call a gadget, so we don't know how gadgets work, but I guess I gotta compress it down to the bottom. I think it's getting ready to do something. And then we can see if it works or if it doesn't work. I'm not seeing anything working right now, so let's see. I'm not seeing any. Oh, I can see it coming through a little bit, but guys, it didn't even work. Look at that. I was so excited, and it's not even working. I can't even turn it anymore. So it's not really working, or maybe I should have done it as soon as I took it out, but it did say to hold it for 10 minutes. I think it's been about 10 minutes. So this little gadget does not seem to work as well as they advertise. And like I said, I can see of it coming out some, and I can see it's a little shredded, but if you got to put your hand up underneath of it and do all that, it's not even a good product as far as I'm concerned. I thought it would be a lot more crisper or whatever, and I think it's only been out for a couple minutes, so it doesn't work. So this is one of those gadgets. So we'll see how the tea dipper works, but this is just does not meet my expectations at all. But I wanted you all to see it, and I wanted to see it. I didn't test it before because I wanted to get it firsthand, and as you can see, it's not working the way we thought it would. So put that there and put that aside. Okay, so now we're going to go over and see one of my little prized possessions, something that I think really went well. I'm really excited about it, and that is our lettuce. Look at this gorgeous lettuce. Look at this, all the different blends. I even have the one on the side here. This one it's still coming up very, very slowly. I haven't even taken the little cap off of it. But look at my deer tongue lettuce. And then here is my, oh, what is this? This is the seeded Simpson. All different lettuces. Look how nice they look. I mean, this is going to be a real, if you just wanted to keep this as a bouquet, look how pretty that is. So this is all the different lettuces that I actually planted, and they're coming up. It's been 2 weeks, and this is how much I have already. So you can imagine, I just changed, I just added water to it, I just added nutrients to it, and in 2 weeks we've got this much. So I'm really, really happy about it. I'm proud to say that my lettuce is growing really, really well. You can see the different varieties. You can actually tell the different varieties. I think this is a seeded one, and I know the one in the middle is a deer tongue. And then on here I have the Paris. And so I'm really happy about my lettuce. I think it really looks pretty. Looks like a flower, like a flowering plant. So that's my update for this week. It's been 2 weeks since I planted the teas, 2 weeks since I planted these the lettuce, and it has been, like I said, almost 3 months since we've planted these tomatoes. So I'm really happy about the results. Very disappointed in this little gadget here, because because I expected to be using this for a while, and I'm glad I only bought one. When you get little things like this, just buy one. I am going to try it again, but this time, as soon as I take it out of the freezer, I'm going to actually use it and see if it's more brittle, if I get that more flake that I want, and not this mushy substance here. So this is the basil. Smells really good though. But I mean, you could actually add it into, I could add it into food and it would be great. But of course that wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for that crisp flake off that I could actually flake into my meals. And that's not going to happen with this particular product. But as I can say, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is my update. The next time I do an update, it's going to be in another 2 weeks. I'm going to give it a little bit of time for my tomatoes to try to come in and time for my lettuce to be harvested. Okay, guys, that's the end of my review for my 2 week on the AeroGarden and my hydroponics. And I will be with you again in 2 more weeks. That'll give us 30 days, and we'll see exactly what's going on with my lettuce and my teas. And I hope I can see some little tomatoes growing on here and share that with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and give that bell a ring ding ding. Until next time.
We dey go to my house together, make we carry go.